everybody all together, we need to take a deep breath. We're going to do that again. You're going to go in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. Bring in the good. Push out the bad. Right away, yes, it's not my normal graphic t-shirt I have somewhere to be in a couple of hours. But I figured I had half an hour, 45 minutes to kill before departure. I was going to make a couple of quick videos. The first of which being this one right here. By now you've seen an animated video floating around talking about the NFRA and their challenge to Kamala Harris's right to be president of the United States. Now, this challenge is solely rooted in racism, and it is topped off with incredible hypocrisy. Let me walk you through this article real quick, and then I'm going to talk to you about the hypocrisy on the tail end. Republican group cites notorious Dred Scott ruling as reason Kamala Harris can't be president. The National Federation of Republican Assemblies, otherwise known as the NFRA, has cited the infamous 1857 Dred Scott Supreme Court decision, which stated that enslaved people weren't citizens, to argue that Vice President Kamala Harris is ineligible to run for president, according to the Constitution. Now, their racism apparently does know no bounds, because the group also challenged the right of Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley to appear on Republican primary ballots. So they don't like anyone that isn't 100% white. The Republican group's platform and policy document noted that, quote, the constitutional qualifications of president eligibility states that no person except a natural-born citizen shall be eligible, or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president. The same document included former President Donald Trump's running mate, Ohio State Senator J.D. Vance, on a list of preferred candidates for vice president. The document and the citing of the Dred Scott decision were initially noted by lawyer Andrew Fleischman on Twitter. The group, which adopted the document during their last national convention held between October 13th and 15th last year, goes on to argue in the document that a natural-born citizen has to be born in the U.S. to parents who are citizens when the child is born, pointing to the thinking of Supreme Court Justices Antonin Scalia and Clarence Thomas. An originalist and strict constitutionalist understanding of the Constitution in the Scalia and Thomas tradition, as well as precedent-setting U.S. Supreme Court cases, have found that a natural-born citizen is defined as a person born on American soil of parents who are both citizens of the United States at the time of the child's birth, the document states. The group then cites 6 cases, including Dred Scott v. Sanford. The 1857 ruling came a few years before the 1861 outbreak of the U.S. Civil War over the issue of slavery, stating that enslaved people could not be citizens, meaning that they couldn't expect to receive any protection from the courts or the federal government. The ruling also said that Congress did not have the power to ban slavery from a federal territory. So first things first, this is birtherism 2.0, right? It's funny how they only find issues with candidates' citizenship when they just so happen to be black citizens, right? Nobody challenged Ted Cruz's right to be on a ballot. Nobody challenged John McCain's right to be on a ballot. So it's just, if they're black, then it's a problem. We get it. It's clear. This is pure racism. It's just rooted in racism. And they can talk about how they're wanting her off the ballot because of her parents all day long. But we know that Dred Scott revolves around enslaved black people. This is about her being black. Anybody, I don't give a fuck what you say in the comment section. This is clear. It's because she's black. They don't want her on the ballot because she's black. Just like they didn't want Obama on the ballot because he's black. Just like they didn't want Vivek Ramaswamy on the ballot because he's brown. So forth, so on, so forth, so on. So, the Republican Party, within the last couple of weeks, went from Kamala Harris ain't black, what are you talking about, to she's black, she can't be a president. You couldn't be a president if you were not a citizen, if you wouldn't have been a citizen at the time of the framing of the Constitution. The whole parents thing is just bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. The parents' excuse is just that. It's a smokescreen excuse to cover up the fact that they don't want a black person on the ballot. They don't want another black person to ever occupy the White House. This case is going nowhere. Obviously, it's going to die in the courts. Obviously, but it is another shining example of the underpinning of racism that skirts its way around Republican politics all the time. It's undeniable. You take a look at everything that's happened within the Republican Party in the last 50 years. And if you deny the racist roots of all of it, then you're willfully blind.